Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So boy Shiggy, as usual, you already know what it is, and if you don't know, then you should know. But guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm really excited to be making this video, and if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. My name is Shingy. I'm a photographer based in Toronto, Canada. I do portraiture and fashion. That was really hard to say, but today we have a very special day, guys. We have a special video because I'm going to be eradicating, okay, the lack in trust with film photography and flash photography. I get it, is what I'm trying to say. I get it. It's hard to trust it, okay? It's hard to trust it. It's hard for you to just jump in. But today we're getting rid of that. We're getting rid of that, and I'm gonna help you actually trust it, because we're gonna be using this to ensure that everything is working and everything is correct. So if this gets the photos done, then go on and shoot like crazy and use your off-camera flash with your film photos. It's gonna look really good. But let's get straight into it, guys. I don't want to talk about it too much. I'm gonna cue the video up here that has the first explanation on all of this. I'm gonna just briefly touch on it right now, but like I said, if you want a more in-depth review on how I did this, it's gonna be queued up there, or it was probably queued like a couple seconds ago because I kept talking. Okay guys, so let's get straight into it. So every single analog flash has a graph that shows the ISO, aka ASA, as well as the amount of feet and the aperture that you're going to be using for your off-camera flash. So we're going to take a look at it briefly. Like I said, more in depth is going to be queued. I forgot when I queued it because I queued it like a ridiculous amount of times. Let's take a look at it. So every single graph will have one thing that moves, and it's usually the aperture ring. So the one you see 1.4, 2, or it should say f1.4 or 2 or 4 or 5.6. that is all the aperture, right? And that's usually the one that you're able to move. So with your aperture, you're gonna pick your ASA, aka ISO. And then you're gonna look around the graph, right? And then you're gonna notice there's also feet around the graph. There's also a feet graph on there. So on the feet graph, right, that's when you're gonna know, okay, how far is the subject that I want to photograph? That's how you're gonna be able to pick, to be like, okay, if I'm shooting somebody right in front of me, that's around 3 to 7 feet. You don't need to be accurately correct. You could just try to guess. Just make a couple, just walk 3 feet, okay? Just walk 3 feet or 7 feet, and then you're gonna get a rough idea of where the flash is going to be, right? So that's how you pretty much determine that. And in determining that, it's going to also show you your aperture. And on the aperture, that's where you're gonna set your aperture. And every single camera, guys, it has a flash sync number. A flash sync number, and for this camera, this Pentax Spotmatic, it syncs at 60 seconds. So at 60 seconds, you have to keep it on there for the camera and the flash to be in sync, so that when the shutter hits, it will close at the exact same time the flash is actually going off. So now that we understand that, again, more in depth on the video that I had queued multiple times, okay? But now, let's use the exact same graph, right, and reference it with the flash camera, actual flash. This is a digital camera, right? So that's what we're gonna do. Let me actually put a memory card in here so that you guys will be able to see the results and what I end up taking, so that you guys got to also sort of have the proof for yourself. Okay guys, so now we're gonna reference what this graph is saying and see the results and what is going to happen if you do actually trust what I'm trying to say right now. So for example, let's just say hypothetically, we're gonna set our ISO, right? Hypothetically, let's use this graph over here. Let's use this. So we're gonna say ISO, let's just say hypothetically, we're gonna be shooting ISO 400, right? ISO 400 is set to 400. And we're gonna set the shutter speed to 60. It's already on 60 over here. It's already on shutter speed 60 because this camera syncs at 60 seconds, right? This is just to make sure that you guys are feeling comfortable and you know what you just trust the process, right? So now we have ISO 400 and we are at 60 shutter speed. The graph is saying at ISO 400, if I want to shoot something that is within 5 feet to 7 feet, I will need to be at aperture f-stop 22, right? So we're gonna go over here, we're gonna go back here, and then we're gonna go aperture 22. That's the max aperture right there. Aperture 22, you guys can see the settings over here. There are the settings. So that's what the graph is saying, right? So now here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a photograph. Boom. And the photograph should appear. So why is this very important? Because like I said, this is to just show you guys that this graph metering process actually works, and this is how you actually do it. So let's try it again. So let's go to ISO 100, right? So ISO 100, it is saying that if I want to shoot something between 3 feet to 7 feet, I can use either aperture 22 or aperture 16 or aperture 11, right? So we're gonna switch this out again. So we're gonna go on our digital camera and we're gonna go ISO 100, right? And then now we're gonna go between remember that the shutter speed does not change because it only syncs at that shutter speed. It does not change. So now we're gonna say, okay, I want to shoot something between 7 feet, right? I want to shoot something that is around 7 feet, aka 2 meters. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back here and we're gonna go to f11, right? We should still have a clear photo. We're gonna take that photo again. Boom. And the photo came out. It almost came out the exact same because they're within the exact same range. So that's pretty much how you use the flash. So you move the ring around and then you just look how far. So let's say you're in a stadium, not a stadium, but like you're having a big event and you want to get more in focus, right? You just got to go to ISO 400 and then you go all the way down and be like, okay, so if I want to blow this all up and more, we're gonna need more range in the flash distance, how far the flash should reach. So in ISO 400, you want to shoot about 20 feet. You take your lens, you take your aperture and bring it to like around 5.6. So that's how you pretty much use it, guys. It's a very simple method. Like I said, there's a bigger video, a longer video that pretty much touches on all of this more in depth. And yeah, this is just to give you guys less worries, to lower that worry level down and just worry about the creating, because I found myself doing the exact same thing, just worrying about the process, like, is this gonna work? After doing this should make you feel even much easier to be like, okay, I'm just gonna do it because I know it's gonna work, because it's been referenced with a digital camera. And with that being said, guys, I hope you guys love this video and I hope it helped, because that's the whole purpose and what I want to do. I'm gonna be taking video requests, guys, so comment down below if you have any video requests. If you guys want me to do the exact same test with strobe lighting, I don't mind doing that, because it's a little bit different with strobes, and how you could even use your light meter to do that without having a digital camera, because I understand a lot of you guys don't have a digital camera. That's why I'm using a digital camera, so you guys don't get to waste your film doing trial and error. But with that being said, thank you guys again for tuning in. God bless you, and I hope you guys have an amazing day, an amazing Friday, and continue creating. If you want to follow me on anything, Shot by Shingy on everything. That's how you find me. But with that being said, again, thank you guys again. God bless you, and continue creating. Toodles.